I came up with. Tune in. I'm gonna show that one out later. So right now it's Premier Draft of Guilds of Ravnica. So we're definitely going in here. So if you have to remember, the guilds here are Celestia, green white, Golgari, green black, Dimir, black blue, Izzet, blue red, and Boros, white blue. So if I remember correctly, green black and green white seem to be the ones that have the hardest time. Although we might be able to benefit off we might be able to benefit off that by taking advantage of it being underdrafted. I'm pretty sure blue black will always get overdrafted, though it's hard to say. At least the blue part might get overdrafted. We'll see. So with that, without further ado, we're going to jump right in. We're paying our token entry, and let's see if we can get this table filled up. I hope people are excited for this as much as I am. Otherwise, this is going to be a very, very awkward stream. Okay, 7 open seats. Yeah, this is very awkward already right now. So yeah, if you're tuning in right now, please please drop a like. Oh yeah, I should turn that on. It's been quite a while. Hold on, let's see if I remember how to use this software. Mouse hates me. Okay, those are all up, and let's see. I got one notification in. Hey Jericho, nice to see you. Nice to see you here. Thank you for liking the video. Slight delay, but I can see at least well, enough seats are filled up right now. I hope you are having a good year so far. So far for me, well, slow things going. It is what it is. We're still technically in New Year mode. I wish you a very happy New Year as well. Well, let's see right now. We're waiting for one more person. One more. Okay, come on. It's not that hard. I'm pretty sure someone in the world is interested. Well, it's kind of January 2-ish in the other side of the world. Okay, we're in. Yeah, and we're ready. Except for this one guy. Come on. There we go. Now we're ready to begin. So let's see if so again, let's see if I remember what to get here. Probably not Vivid Revival, though I did say that there is a good chance that green is underdrafted. So what are the really good cards right now? There's no actual removal here. Enhanced Surveillance, you want to actually have actual Surveil cards first. Discovery Dispersal is probably the best one on the list right now. It's actually very playable in... We can just like say Splash Blue and just play it in Golgari, for example. Radical ID is very simple, but wow, this is actually the worst pack to start with. We got nothing good. I might end up just taking the Discovery Dispersal. I don't really want another copy of Vivid Revival, so we're gonna go with that one. Like, there's also Status and Statue. This is actually actual removal as well. Something to consider. I might go for that, but I don't like to run myself into green-black if I can avoid it. On the other hand, there's a lot of blue here. There's only one black, there's only one green. This one doesn't really count. You know what? We're gonna go for that. We're gonna see if that pans out. And yeah, we get punished by passing 1, 2, 3. Wow, Surveil is so open here right now. I might end up just taking the Surveil card. We can still splash this though. So I want to at least get the payoff. We can kind of hope to... We will probably get this back. Or this. I'm going to take the Whispering Snitch. We're going to see... We're going to knock on wood that Surveil is kind of open. Here, Dazzling Light. Surveil 2. That's also a good one. Invent. Not great. Severed Strands. We kind of need to have lots of creatures. I can take Crawl Foragers as something later game. I don't want to take this early if I can avoid it. On the other hand, if I do take this, I'm kind of marking my territory. You know what? We'll take the Crawl Foragers. Ooh, nice. Ritual Soot. That one's a good emergency target. However, we also got a good payoff in Darkblade Agent. This is always the good Surveil payoff. So I now need to decide between these two cards. I have full copies of this, so I'm not... It's a decent sweeper. It's not the best one. I probably want to take the Darkblade Agent, though. Yeah, let's go for that one. Let's take the Darkblade Agent. So we have some payoffs. We just need actual ways to surveil now. So right now, we're not... Status statue is still okay, even if it's just running the status half. Like, we could catch some cards unawares. The Crawl Foragers, this one's really more of a late game one. I really want to land myself in Dimir. Despite my earlier entry in saying that I'm hoping Dimir is overdrafted, now that I'm in Dimir, I'm hoping Dimir is not overdrafted. I'm going to be in real trouble if it is. So, Passwall Adept, Barrier of Bones. Well, this one buys us a lot of time. Again, Passwall Adept actually quite good. If we have a big creature, we can use this as way, but I'm hoping this one wheels. Yeah, green is severely underdrafted. I will take this one though. It's a cheap buys us some time. If the Severed Strands comes back, that is something we can feed it to. We actually need to pay attention to some of the green cards, especially on that pack 4. If a lot of them come back, then green is definitely open. We will have to shift to Golgari at that rate. Not the end of the world. It's still plausible. We can still make it. Okay. No new notes, no new comments quite yet. Yeah, I'm not exactly seeing much here, but that's fine. That's fine. Okay, so there's a Thoughtbound Phantasm. Whenever you surveil... Oh my gosh, all the payoffs are coming here, but it's starting... It's looking scary right now. I can hope to... Like, I can chance by taking this. Or I can bail ship right now and take these. Or I just... No, I'm not going to bail ship quite yet. Because at least there's a good chance we'll still get a green pick. The worst thing we can get is that single white one, the Ledev Guardian. That's the worst thing that we can get back. Actually, no. Let's see. That was pack 6. We're only going to get 1 card back. I could have just taken the Guildgate because we are so wishy-washy there. Unmoored Ego, not so great. Vicious Rumors, not great. Yeah, it's looking like it's all dried up. I really don't want to take Unmoored Ego here. I could just take the Golgari Locket. It's probably the safest one. Alternately, I can jump ship on these picks altogether, then just go straight to green-white. No, this is the worst time to do it. Because Flower at least gets us a... I'll take the Locket for now. I don't love it. Also, I don't love the fact I'm seeing a lot of red cards. It's kind of signaling that red is underdrafted right now. Okay, Mephitic Vapors is a surveil card. Yeah, there's a lot of red and white here. No one's going into these. So pack 9 will be the deciding factor if I should jump ship or not. Though, if I were to really jump ship, it would have been like 2 picks ago. It's not looking good. We're kind of 50-50 right now. We don't exactly... Like, we have 4 creatures, but 2 of them have Defender. So, not great. We're hoping to... So, it's really pack 2 or bust if we want to stick to the Surveil plan. Oh, wait, no. We got Enhanced Surveillance back. The worst possible one. We got Crushing Canopy as a possible sideboard card. Yeah, white is underdrafted right now. I could just take this. Maximize altitude's a thing. I think I'll take the Crushing Canopy. That's a safe one. I kind of want to signal that white's open. Okay, there's another barrier. There's a Porculus Vine. I really don't want to run these if I can. Let's see it. Though the Vine can sacrifice the barrier. That's one possibility. There's also an Iron Shell Beetle, which is probably not the best one. I'm gonna take the barrier again. And regret it. I'm probably gonna regret this. We'll see. Nope, okay, now, as much as I want to take another Surveil card, I probably should be ready. Kind of want to take the Okapi. Yeah, I'm gonna take the Okapi instead of the Dazzling Lights, although that's a weird pass. Wow, looks like we have one player that stalled out completely. We got the Dimir Locket back. I really should start getting guild gates, especially if I'm expecting more white ones, but I will take the locket. Okay, we're gonna take the siege worm, which is fine. Another Okapi. I don't want to. Really don't want the pulsar reflection. So we actually have a few good green cards here. So Golgari is still on the board, so we have a plan there. Especially when you hit the fine finality, probably the best card we can get. I really don't like passing the Darkblade Agent, but I have to assume that this ship might have passed out quite a bit. We'll see. But I'm not passing fine finality. It's a good way to get cards back, or a good way to wipe the board. I passed Ritual Soot because I figured that was not good enough. This one is probably a lot better, and it buffs one creature, so let's see. So the Whispering Snitch and the Barrier of Bones are probably the odd ones, since if we're not exactly running Surveil. On the other hand, okay, Camaraderie, Crackling Drake, Unexplained Disappearance, Veiled Shade's a decent creature. Yeah, we got not much of anything else. I might just take the Oh, I don't want to go wishy-washy here. I might... This is what did me in last time. Is it gonna do me in again? Okay, we got House Guildmage. I might just take that one. There's a Spinal Centipede, which actually goes well with Golgari, but that... Okay, looks like Dimir's back on the table now. But so I need to see if I can avoid going super bad tree color. Like a Passwell Adept, that one's really busted with Siege. So I need to decide what my splash color is now. Probably blue. So in that case, I want to take cards like Wild Ceratok. That's the saddest one though. I might actually just take the Hired Poisoner though. That's also equally sad. It's really... I'll take the Wild Ceratok. We need to have a little beef. Fine Broker is perfect. Just horrible for our mana base. I could just take the Guild Gate. Foragers might come. I'll take the Fine Broker. So we definitely want to avoid too much heavy blue. There's an Undercity Uprising, then target creature. So this is a good combat trick. Prey Upon's also another combat trick we can use. I probably don't need the combat trick to hit early. So I'm gonna probably just take Prey Upon. Okay, got an Ocarina Assassin. That one's good. Or I can just take Pitiless Gorgon. This one's easier to cast, so I'm gonna take that one. We're passing quite a few Foragers, so let's take notes. One, the Barrier of Bones is a bit weak, so we can bin those. Thoughtbound Phantasm, we can bin that too. So basically, we have a few Surveil, but we're not all in on Surveil, which is fine. Rhizome Lurcher. This one might be fine. There's also Undercity Necrolisk, +1/+1 counter against Menace. It's a good way to sack stuff. Rhizome Lurcher it's just a big dude. I'm probably gonna take the Necrolisk. So despite this being a multicolored set, I'm minimizing the risk by trying. Well, Golgari Fine Broker is pretty much my one heavy multicolored spell. Fine Finality, not so much. It's just 1 black, 1 green. Status Statue, 1 black, 1 green. The Lockets, I really want to replace these as soon as I can. I probably should pay attention to Guild Gates. I will take a Severed Strands at least, though. I need to have at least some... I need to have some form of hard removal. There's an Urban Utopia. This draws us a card, so that's fine. Never happened, never getting picked. I already have one Crushing Canopy. I don't want a second one. I could just take the Veiled Shade. No, I'll take the Urban Utopia. It's probably the weakest one in the bunch. Pax Favor, Silent Dart. I'm gonna at least take one. Yeah, I'll take... Yeah, it's emergency removal, but I don't really like it. Okay, another crash. Oh, Passwell Adept came back, so that's an option. Let's... Okay, Foragers came back. We got 1, 5, and 2. So I definitely want the Foragers. I could also just take the Dissident. It's another cheap drop. I'm gonna take the Foragers. No, what did I take? Yeah, I did take the foragers. Oh, I should have taken the dissident if I was gonna get this many foragers. So we got a Narcomoeba, but we're not exactly milling. There's a burglar rat, which is always good. No, Price of Fame is the auto pick here. This one's always good. Again, passing another Darkblade agent, but we're not too all in on that. I actually like Plague Crafter. Sprouting Renewal is it's actually a good alternative to Crushing Canopy. Though I could just ignore this and just actually get another Darkblade agent. I'm probably gonna do that. So I'm gonna start paying attention to some of our weaker creatures like the Wary Okapi. The Spinal Centipede. Yeah, I kinda want this. The Burglar Rat's annoying, but I kinda wanna sub out. I might actually sub out our green. Like, we'll just keep the best creatures like the Foragers and the Siege Worm. But I would start cutting out some of the earlier ones. So there's a Deadly Visit, yet more removal. I may actually consider Dimir Guildgate at this point. In fact, let's do a removal check. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna take the guild. Actually, no, I'm gonna take the Guildgate. No. Deadly Visit. Yeah, I'll take the Deadly Visit. Actually, one thing we can do is just yeah, I can start cutting these lockets also. So we have a few pieces of removal. This one can be late game anyway. So I actually probably want Golgari Guildgate more. So if we need more creatures, the barriers come in. We essentially bind all the pseudo vigilance creatures. We're still keeping the Crushing Canopy, so we have quite a few options at least. There's a Pilfering Imp. There's an actual Guildgate. There's another Unexplained Disappearance. There's an Erstwhile Trooper. Discard creature card. This can be annoying. There's a Chromatic Lantern, which really fixes our mana. Probably should just take that. It fixes everything. Or I probably should just take the Guildgate. I don't like the idea of passing another Unexplained Disappearance, so you know what? I'll take the Disappearance. We do have 2 Darkblade agents at this point. Pilfering Imp is something I could take. Just as an option, I guess. The safe pick is really the Dissident. Actually, Muse Drake is also a safe one. I'll take that one. So, yeah, this is the one I want to take. Oh no, there's another Darkblade agent. Like, how many Surveil... this is going to really mess us up. But if these are getting passed, I'm going to take them. So... probably should be... Okay, so with that in our menu, there's an Omnispell Adept. Interesting rare. I could always take it, I guess. In fact, I didn't take much rare, so I probably should just take it anyway. Burglar Rat's a safe one, but you know what? We'll take this. Probably not gonna run it. Okay, we got Dimir Guildgate. Oh, the Darkblade agent came back. Oh wow, I need to pay attention to how many actual triggers I have now. But at this rate, I definitely want the Dimir Guildgate already. There's the Dimir Locket. There's another Dissident, so that one goes on the side. Iron Shell Beetle is fine. Probably don't want to run the Adept. I'll keep another Barrier Bones as an option, something to think about. Like, one thing I can do is... I could cut most of the green. I'm only missing out on Siege. Like, I have enough cards. I could actually just cut the green. Okay, let's think about that. But I probably should think about that later. And I kind of wish I took the Golgari Guild. I could just run the Golgari's Locket instead. So... yeah, right now, this is not great for us. I don't like this mana mix. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to cut This one I can run off on black. Crushing Canopy, we're gonna miss you. So Status Statue, Find Finality. So these are the cards that I probably want to splash green for. So given that, okay, one Dimir Guildgate. So what are the cards we put in? 3 Barrier Points. So the Adept's fine. Phantasm's fine. Basically, it's about minimizing our risk. This is super memey at this point. I'll admit this is really a meme. But we got multiple Darkblade agents, and having them all have Death Touch is a very interesting way, and we can draw cards off that. That's kind of the plan. So 12, 6, 12, 16, 17. You kind of want to run 18. Our curve is very low though. Like our curve curves out at 5. So, and we're kind of going for the fast play right now. This actually feels really bad. I don't honestly know how well this is gonna work. But since we only need green for Find Finality and Status Statue, I can actually just cut this down to 2. Run this more like, oh yeah, 9-7-2. That's gonna be our plan here. Then watch me draw both forests. This should be a plan. I have not drafted a Surveil deck in quite a while. I'm hoping this one pans out. And if it doesn't pan out, we can swap all the blue. We have plenty of green to choose from. That's another plan. So we have to note that we're essentially basing our attacks on triggers. So we really want to have a Darkblade or a Whisper. We want to have Darkblade or Whispering Snitch in our early hands. That's pretty much our condition. If we don't have it, it's very sketchy. We might not survive. So so there we go. We're gonna run this out. We're gonna see how it pans out. Okay, well, hold on. You don't want to hear me again. Yeah, it's really hard to pay attention to these triggers and whatnot. But there you go. First draft of the new year. Let's see how well we do. Okay. Yeah, we got our Darkblade agent. Hopefully our opponent is slow. We need to hit other stuff, but we do have a Darkblade agent. That's kind of enough for me to want to start. Worst case scenario, okay, like worst case scenario, it's Darkblade agent and sack the Darkblade agent. That's super bad. We can find Finality to get it back though. Opponent's playing Rosepore Shaman. This is like 2-3, so yeah, trades poorly. Opponent, what did they mill? Child of Nightcrawl Harpooner. Opponent's on the Golgari plan, definitely. Severed Strands is fine, but you kind of want an early creep. Oh, opponent. Okay, so we got Pitiless Gorgons as a possible starter. I might just run Darkblade Agent since I don't have anything to actually... We'll see. Let's see how big our opponent's creatures are. Okay, got Thought-Bound Phantasm. I might actually just play this first. This is a sorcery, so... We're gonna see if our opponent spends removal on this, you know what? That's perfectly fine. If you hit one more... Opponent swings into this, you know what? That's also fine too. Opponent wants creatures in the yard though, so that's something to consider. They have an Undergrowth right now, tree. Yeah, pass one. I'll play the Darkblade Agent. Slightly harder to remove. It will force our opponent to use some hard removal like Price of Fame, Deadly Visit. yeah, like that. Perfectly fine, except that we really need mana right now. Worst case scenario... Oh, come on. Game hates me. I'm gonna play the Pitiless Gorgon right now. So if our opponent plays something big, I can at least kind of block it. If I can hit one more mana, it's like play Passwall Adept, play Severed Strands. There's the big Rhizome Nurture that I was scared of, but let's see how it goes. There's our other mana. So I'm gonna do the Passwall Adept. So if our opponent has more Rhizome Lurchers, I need to hit one more mana. First of all, Trooper. This is sorcery speed. We are hitting the mana though. So I need to consider if I want to... problem is Find Finality. This will get killed anyway. This one won't. So what I can actually do is... see if our opponent wants to trade. Because we do have the Find Finality if we to get stuff back. Opponent's kind of flooding. Okay, so I take 7. That's a big hit, taking 7. But okay, hit 6 mana. So Necrolist is something I do want to hit. I don't think I want to hit lands anymore at this point. So this, he goes to the yard. So again, offer the trade. I'll be annoyed if it turns out... okay, opponent's trading, so they probably don't have another one. There's one Trooper again. So... hold on, let's do some math. We don't have any actual surveil anymore. These are all just payoffs. So I'll just play this Necrolist, play the Snitch. If our opponent, okay, opponent not discarding that. I can only activate this as a sorcery, so I'm kind of all in on this. So what do we get back? So I can actually just sack this, slip in for... yeah, just buy a little time, at least. Opponent hits Chromatic Lantern quite a bit late. However, we need to stop hitting lands. I am willing to just swing this one, make our opponent discard a creature card. Then again, if our opponent actually had it, they... let's see. If they have it, they have it. No, they don't have it. They're thinking that they could discard 2 running, but it's only once per turn, so that's kind of out of the window. Ocarina Assassin. So... oh, come on. This is not the time to be flooded. If our opponent wants to double block, They'll do it. But we really needed our surveil now. Like, we have how many possible surveil triggers? 1, 2, 3, 8, 9. How many lands did 10. Oh, come on. Why am I flooding now? This does not make sense. Now I need to hit an actual creature because this doesn't work anymore. Kind of wish I sacked this one. How was I supposed to know our opponent? But yeah. Well, we're both kind of flooding. Though you have to remember, I'm running 17 lands. Our opponent's probably running an 18. Fine. Oh, that's a much better fine. Yeah, we're in real trouble. Rise of Alert. Yeah, not so great. Let's see, this doesn't have trample. This. I want to avoid casting onto this in case our opponent has removal. And I probably need another blocker soon, so... Here's our first pick doing some work for us. Yeah, this has to deal actual combat damage. But, well, now they're hitting. Now we just need to surveil away all our lands into our good stuff. Let's see if it starts. Mephitic Vapors. All creatures get -1/-1 till end of turn. Surveil 2. No, we'll ditch that. Yeah, 0/1 Death Touch doesn't really do much. And this is deals combat damage to a player, so yeah, that dead weight is actually doing a lot of work. We do have a, we did not pack the canopy, so we're gonna just kill this one. Yeah, so our use of finality is not great. Still drawing lands. Yeah, we're probably not gonna win this one at this rate. How many? 9, 10, 11, 12. That's 5 more lands left here. We already used the Severed Strand, so we're not gonna benefit off keeping the creatures in. There's another Darkblade agent, but I'm not happy with the fact our opponent has that many cards in hand. So I might actually just... there's their version here. Already? Yeah, they look like they just have all removal. Like, how many pieces of removal they have? Okay, this one helps us draw. Okay, this one draws us a card. Into a Darkblade agent. So let's do a check. 1, 2, 3... some amount of removal. So this one did its job already. Spinal Centipede. So there's something. I'm trying to... there is a flash creep, but it looks like there's... yeah, it doesn't look like you're splashing Dimir. So I'm actually gonna just... I'm gonna force them to use whatever they have. They clearly have something at this point. No, if they have removal for this... wow, that's a lot of status and statues that got passed. So, if our opponent has a pump, I'm doomed. Okay, we'll go down to 1. Opponent has another creature, so... yeah, hit the price of... huh? I want the most guild mage, actually. Oh, actually, no. We'll do barrier first. Can't attack. I could have done this in response, actually. That was a mistake. That's... no, can't block that. Yeah, we missed out on flyers. Yeah, we're... Let's see if our opponent lets us draw a card. Probably not. Yeah, that's a good game. Yeah, we missed out on the flyer. I guess that's one argument for putting the canopy in. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna make that one slight change. Do I want to shift towards Golgari? It will give us more creatures, though we did hit a huge land glut. We didn't hit any of our Surveil, which was what we kind of wanted to avoid, that land glut. But that's how the cookie crumbles. So I kind of at least want one canopy. What, we're running 14 and 10, so I want to bin one spell. Probably the Vapors, I guess. We're gonna try this one out. If it doesn't work that way, we're gonna switch over to blue. We're gonna switch over to green black. We're gonna switch to Golgari. Oh well, well, our opponent did draft really well. Like, how much removal did they take? That was like 2 status statues. That's a fine finality that could have been used as removal. That was a dead weight, a price of fame. Could also be that I was trading way too aggressively. Yeah, that's something to consider. We cannot be aggressively trading that hard. Really could use a green source, but this is playable. And if the picks aren't that great, I can just Surveil if I need to. So one more land gets us Muse Drake, which we really need that, at least for the draw card part. In fact, that's the only thing I remember from that. No, we're taking House Guild Mage now. House Guild Mage, Spinal Centipede. We can afford to take some hits. Shell Beetle. If he swings, I'll take. Because if our opponent goes all in on this one, we have Unexplained Disappearance to reset it. So Grappling Sundew. Also note that we can use Status Statue to go past this one if our opponent can't pay the 5 mana to give it Indestructible. Many things to consider, but it'll be all for naught if we don't draw the mana. Opponent. Okay, Pack's Favor is Convoke, but they tapped both creatures. I'm trying to think of the one other combat trick. Might of the Masses. Okay, get that out of the way. Okay, hit our 4th mana. Wait, cancel. Because target creature does not untap. That's something I can do. Just make it not untap, but... No, let's attack first. Opponent blocks. Also, so we do Status Statue. Kills it more ways than one. Then... yeah, let's reset that. Hit a Darkblade Agent. Sure, we'll hit the Darkblade Agent. I probably actually want to play the Muse Drake first, because we really need to hit that land drop. Nope, did not hit the land drop. Let's see if our opponent has another pump effect, which will be annoying. Okay, no pump effect. I can kind of block with Muse Drake at least. Samala Woodshaper, starting to dig for a creature. So, creature or enchantment? Okay, there's a Pitiless Gorgon. If we can actually get this... Wow. So what I can actually do is... Okay, opponent plays the Pitiless Gorgon. I can just keep surveilling, just to... Okay, there's a Deadly Visit. That also surveils. We can't cast it though, so what I'm gonna do... Yeah, I definitely want that. I kind of don't want the pass while add them at this point. So I'm gonna swing with this one just to get our opponent to trade with Pitiless Gorgon. Well, they could trade with multiple creatures if they want to, but I actually want this trade to resolve. Or draw me a card, that's fine too. I'm willing to just block with Thoughtbound Phantasm. We now have... Oh, opponent conceded right there. So we got the Surveil engine going. We already had the way out to snipe any big creature at this point. Whew! Okay, so we survived that one long enough. That's the good news. The Might of the Masses... Yeah, that was fine. That was expected. So we got one win. Oh, nice Wanderer's Enclave. So to get 2 packs, we at least want one more win. But remember, you want to at least get 4 wins to kind of get your money's worth. So here's hoping that everything turns out well. I know, yes. I wonder how everyone's doing in Brawl right now. Okay, we got every color. We have Bones into Adept into this. Yeah, I'm gonna keep this. I actually kind of want to save this one, but we have 2 more of these where they came from. Land is actually not that needed quite yet. Okay, perfect. We hit the turn 3 agent. Or it has a bounty agent. Okay. So we have Unexplained Disappearance to give us 1 Surveil trigger. We have Deadly Visit, but that's a long way away. Night of Autumn. 4-3. Okay, there's a land on top, so we're definitely keeping that. This one takes 3 mana for the can't be blocked part. So I don't like the idea of letting our opponent replay this, then, well, opponent might end up trying to snipe this instead. Like, we do have a Crushing Canopy to buy it out. Like, I'm thinking of Conclave Tribunal. No, opponent goes for Night of Autumn again. Okay, now we're hitting way too many lands, so... Yes, I want these. Oh Maybe not the snitch so much, but the find finality is going to be very good. Especially if our Centaur Peacemaker will gain life. I can technically just wipe the board right now. But that puts it all in on this one creature. I'm not too fond of it. What I can do instead is snitch. Target creature can't be blocked. When it hits Sworn Companions, yeah, they keep going wide and prey upon... Okay. So what I can do is actually just put the counters on the snitch. Or the pass wall adept. Making it unblockable is kind of interesting. Yeah. Take action. No, I could have done it on the snitch, but at least this way we can just keep swinging. My only, like, even if our opponent drops a big creature, I still have damage on board, and I can try to buy my way out that way. Yeah, that was a very good find finality. As a Rampaging Monument, what's this? Whenever you cast a multicolored spell, I'm assuming your opponent has plenty. I'm gonna give our opponent the option to block and pump. Because now we have the Crushing Canopy as an option. Oh wait, no, this only hits enchantments. Not quite. This is... Yeah, I kind of said Sprouting Renewal is probably better, though. Hard to say. I already miss... What's that one? I already miss Return... No, not Return to Nature. What's that one card that hit everything? Broken Wings. I now miss that card. Ooh, and that's a huge... And these guys are getting huge now. I have a Price of Fame as removal, but... If I keep drawing lands, this is over. There's an unexplained disappearance. Opponent just ends up casting this again. So again, this one's literally just to buy time. If our opponent's, like, say, plays an enchantment, maybe... Okay. Siege War. Ugh. Opponent hit their... Yeah, I really wish this hit artifacts. It's still good because I can't exactly hit flyers. Undercity Necrolis. That is a creature. Yeah, because our opponent's about to make this a 4-4, make this a 5-5. Yeah, this one's not good. Our opponent got too much advantage at this point. We need to hit our Price of Fame just to just to get things right. Yeah, Crushing Canopy not very great in this matchup. What did I have here before this? The Dart? That was better. I think that was better. So I need to survive long enough because I can technically just swing with these two. The thing is, I'm about to take how much damage? 13 damage. So I am forced to... This has trample, this has... Oh, they all have trample. You know what? No blocks. There's this. And that only deals 3 damage. Yuck. Ah, too late. That was very late. That was horrible. We didn't exactly get much card draw there. Am I confident enough with this plan? Or do I want to... The lack of creatures is an issue. Also the quality of creatures. Okay, let's shuffle this around. Let's say... I definitely want to keep these. This one not so much. Let's say I shift these around. Then instead of those, I put in Prey Upon, Okapi, Ceratop, Foragers, Siege Worm, Find Broker. Okay, first our curve is a mess, so I need to... So I'll probably want to adjust that. Cut the Muse Drake for the Dissident. Yeah, that's a more suitable land suggestion, but even then... House Guild Mage... I might actually just cut this all together. Cut the Snitch. Then just go all in on big stuff. Okay, so Iron Shell Beetle. And Pax. Urban Utopia is the least draws us a card, but no, we need... Wow, we actually need more creatures now? So I actually need to put this one back. 13 and 10 is not great. So I actually need to put in more creatures. Oh, that is a bit that I did not really anticipate that. So I do take out the Crushing Canopy. So not so much Surveil anymore, but it's really more of... And even then, our only undergrowth creature is the 2 Crawl Foragers, so it's probably just some Sultai Beats. I'm not so sure if this is any better now, but it's probably a lot better for us. So we're gonna go at it this way. Hold on. Do I really want 2 islands? I don't want 8. I kind of want 9 sources. Okay, we'll see if this works better now. Kind of a last chance. But we did give Dimir 2 shots. Yeah, that was a problem. We were again flip-flopping a bit. I already noticed since pack 1 that green was kind of okay. White was open, but the quality was not there. So that one is okay to leave alone. But the green I could have cut into that earlier. That was kind of the bummer part. So Snitch, Gorgon. Okay, we have a start. So yeah, kind of want to hit the 2, 3, 4, 5. And I actually don't mind some of these creatures dying early if it just pops. Okay. There's the... Now this one's a hyper aggro, so these cards would fit in well. Oh. Now this is very interesting. I have no idea what our opponent's up to. I'm gonna run the Okapi first because The Gorgon kind of counts as removal, so I want to save that. Also, I want to save that if possible. Yeah, let's see what our opponent has. They should have a drop, but nothing yet. Swing first, ask questions later. Well, I'm trying to remember what the tree righteous blow. Okay, I think this might be red black splashing for that. So I can play Crawl Foragers, just get back one. I'm more likely to just play an copy again. If our opponent has something we want to kill, I might play Pitiless Gorgon. Kind of want to start hitting our kill spells, but land is okay too. Well, actually, just one more land. We do top out at Siege Worm, but we... Yeah, I'm really confused what our opponent possibly has. Okay. Yeah, just keep the beats going. I have no idea what our opponent is holding up for. This could be Deafening Clarion, which is gonna read True Fire Captain. So deals that much damage to target player. You know what? Offer the trade. Oh, opponent's letting it go. Yeah, so Deafening Clarion's really gonna be bad for us here. Everything we have is soft to it. In fact, why did I play this? Well, it sure gains me one more life, but... Well, I'm assuming our opponent plays one more creature. Yeah, Deafening Clarion's gonna be bad. Opponent has a Sacred Foundry. Yeah, these are the best things to pick up if we can, but we never got a chance to open those. I'm even more scared of the fact that our opponent is just passing. Like, I suspect there could be another Righteous Blow, maybe even two. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You know what? Yeah, let's get that out. I'm not exactly swinging with this anyway. Now, I will swing with these. Basically, get everything triggered. Everything that our opponent can cast. Force them to cast it now. Our opponent's on the back, kind of backpedaling right now. Sure strike. Okay, but so far it's just one creature. If our opponent goes Clarion, we survive it. If our opponent goes Conclave Tribunal, that doesn't leave them much. Our opponent has to have a multitude of things. Okay, that's one spell. Is there a life? No, there isn't. That was it. Yeah, that one. So this was Boros plus, but I never really saw what the black mana was for. That was very weird. It probably hurt our opponent even more, because if that had been one of their regular sources, they would have cast the True Fire Captain out earlier. Yeah, that was a mess. There we go. At least we are now in the 2-pack range, so I can't complain too much. That said, let's hope that we can just... It's just plain beats. It's not as exciting as Surveil or Is It Spells or even Boros, but it is something. Okay, not so great. We have... It's like 3 drop, 3 drop. I probably will run this first, then this. Or I could just run this first, force our opponent to kill it, neither option's great. But I will keep this hand because we have all colors, and we have 3 drops that are playable. In fact, we can actually just play a 2-drop into a... We can play a 2-drop now. That's good news. So depending on what our opponent does, I may opt to just drop a creature. Boros Locket. Okay, I'm gonna just drop a creature. The Prey Upon is nice too. In hindsight, Pitiless Gorgon's probably a better combo, but maybe that's kind of why I want to protect it. So let's... But we still need to hit more mana. Opponent playing is it... Wow. Yeah, we're missing mana. I kind of at least... Well, we do have the option for status, but it's not the best one. Again, Pitiless Gorgon. Remember, this is fight. This is not Rabbit Bite or Ram True, so we will lose Pitiless Gorgon to whatever our opponent plays. Hopefully it's something big enough to make it worth it. Or hopefully it's something that's not so big that I just bin the Centipede instead. Or if our opponent just goes for nothing. Okay. Nothing is fine too. In fact, it's weird. If our opponent goes for removal, I can just Unexplained Disappearance. I bought the Sizzle. Okay. Discards. Let's see what they target. I'm trying to remember. Yes, if as soon as they decide to discard, there's the trigger. So I kind of want to see... I don't want to see the Fine Broker right now, actually. Opponent discard again? Cosmotronic Wave, that was 4. Okay. So now we actually just have the option for Gorgon Prey Upon if our opponent's... Well, Direct Current... I hope you have maybe you have another land? At least that way we force them to use up a lot of resources on this dinky Iron Shell vehicle. I'm surprised they went for this one and not the Spinal Centipede. Well, I guess it makes sense. This is instant, so... But I still want to play this one first. Looks like our opponent's just a ton of burn spells, but at least if I play this one, we get our opponent in range. If our opponent does nothing and I draw a land, we get Siege Worm down, so... Let's open ourselves up to more possibilities, even though we open ourselves up to some possibilities of ruin. That said, if our opponent's spending time burning our stuff, they're not spending time putting stuff on the board. Okay, 6 mana. That has to be something big. Something big that we can price to Fame. Command the Storm deals 5 damage. Well, but they're down to 2 mana, so I can just price to Fame this one and just end it right now. Okay, we also have a Death Care. I'm actually gonna play it safe. Maybe have their own unexplained, but at least we can recast this. And we do trade the board since they discard just Okay, that's fine. So they're still in trouble. I'm just waiting for them to drop something big. Not running in Wall of Mist. Not big, but it's still something. Passwall Adept. Yeah, definitely want these. Maybe not the barrier. Yep, that's it. So, yeah, the green-black build was a lot better. Just, we put enough pressure early. Kind of want to at least get one more win so we can get into gold territory. That's a good way to start the year. Oh, nice. Also, that gets us to the magical 1400 gem range. Yeah, it turns out we should have stuck to Golgari all along. So copy kind of want some more lands for these, but we have a start. Let's hope our opponent's not. I was gonna say let's hope our opponent's not faster. Not too convinced if our opponent wants to heal. I hate that part. So we're kind of racing with this. No mentor. That's please don't. No Skyline Scout. So it's a lot of flyers. Yeah, this late start is gonna hurt us. So Okapi, Deadly Visit. Really feels bad. Yeah, this is the fast start that we It has the mentor, so this Heater's Hawk's gonna grow. But we're gonna hope, knock on wood, we get to trade the bodyguard for it. But otherwise, yeah, this is our opponent has a streamlined deck, and we had the worst possible start for it. Opponent has a combat break, of course. So we have to do this all over again. I'm gonna do it with this one instead of Gorgon, because one is just going for broke here. If we can't, 3, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, we're down to 4. Yeah, that was a very fast start. We never got in. This is the most we can do. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's game. We can't prevent enough damage. Well, yeah, that's good game. Opponent had that was a really fast start. Opponent had a very great draft there. Yeah, not enough hands to protect. Yeah, the early Healer's Hawk ruined us. Opponent having answers every time. Well, sometimes that's how it goes. I will admit we drafted an underpowered deck. All things considered, we didn't get the synergies we really wanted. It never got into our lanes per se. So someone who drafted that well, we're not gonna beat. So bye one extra pack, but at least we did get a decent payoff there. That's it for this episode of the Magic Arena Run. If you like what you saw, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, turn on notifications and whatnot. So let's check out the stuff we open. That's the one card I never really got to play with, but never really was happy with. Okay, I could always use more Knight of Autumn. Well, there we go. And I hope you guys start enjoying the rest of the year. I hope the year goes much better for you. And as always, thank you very much for watching. I hope to see you guys again next time. Take care. God bless. Stay safe wherever you are. Have a great week, everyone. Oops, wrong button.